Got it.
And we are live. How
Yeah,
does that make
boy.
you feel?
It makes me feel good.
Does it make you feel nervous?
Yes. No, I don't
Good.
care.
Perfect timing. I think Jordan has just joined us. Am I right?
Fantastic.
Hey guys.
Oh,
I
he's got a
saw,
video
dude.
as well. Spoiling us.
Jordan, just for your safety, please know that the meeting's being recorded.
Oh yeah. The full disclaimer. Doesn't have to go anywhere, but it's being recorded.
Right.
Not by any external influence. It's rest assured it's recorded by me. So it's not like a Russian recorder. Anyway.
You never know.
So I guess we've only got well, I personally have only got till year 11. So it'll be a 1 hour max, maybe even 5-2, but yeah.
Okay, we'll assume we have 50 minutes.
Yeah.
So to crack on.
Does anyone want to actually, Ryan, could you just summarize what the point of this is and the objective of this meeting? And what are we doing right now?
So this is a Deep Mind Matters monthly review meeting where we talk about our goals and how they're progressing and help each other be more effective and efficient in achieving the things that we want to achieve.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I would add it's not just purely about productivity and performance, but it's also for the mind. It's also to connect, and also for personal fulfillment, I believe, as well.
Nice.
But I do think that those things come hand in hand, like optimizing your performance and productivity as well as fulfillment. Anyway, anything to add to that, Jordan?
I think it's important to note that it's also like a check-in to see how we're doing, like mentally as well and emotionally, as well as with our goals and as well as with our productivity and fulfillment.
I like it. Yeah, exactly that. And we've been going on we've been pretty consistent. Like we've been doing this for certainly over a year and a half now, maybe close to or past 2 years. Would that be right?
Well over 2 years.
Wow. Yeah, it's pretty good. And it's been, it's definitely been good for me anyway. Anyway, so let's go on to to this week's episode, or this month's episode. Does anyone want to go first?
I'm happy to.
All right.
Let's go.
Where to start? I guess. Schedule checklist type thing. And I guess the motivation for that was kind of changing, realizing that I need to prioritize my priorities. And lots of cars this way, so I'm going to turn around.
Yeah.
And also, I believe the last time we spoke, the plan that I communicated was to find and essentially leave my job at PwC, find a part-time job, therefore have more time for football training as well as working on other streams of income, including my online course that I'm working on.
Yeah.
But upon speaking, let me know if you can't hear me with this car passing, but
I can hear you.
Yeah.
Good. Just upon speaking with my parents, mainly, well, it doesn't really matter, but they thought, well, my mom thought it was a bizarre idea, especially in the current economic climate, and with Avery's visa somewhat reliant upon my income. And so my parents are essentially helping, or their plan is to help all their kids out with like getting on the property ladder. So they're essentially they would be giving me like 80K worth of equity in a house to get on the property ladder. And they basically said if I quit my job with a stable income, then they felt like they couldn't give me that 80K. So at the present moment, I've decided to pause with plans to get a part-time job, to continue with PwC, be as efficient in my work as possible there. And like I said at the start, make my priorities my priorities. So back to the list, you'll see that I've got the morning walk each morning, and then it has 2 hours of online coursework each day. So I would probably stick it as my second highest priority at the minute, behind my football journey.
See you later, much better.
And so the reason I think it's such a high priority is I think it's my best bet for bringing in a little bit more money, and it will basically just loosen the financial restrictions I feel like that I'm currently under. And even if the course itself doesn't bring in that much money, it's a step in the direction of the job I want to do. And it also will open up other financial opportunities in that line of work, which I think will be more lucrative than the money I'm bringing in from PwC at the minute. So the list has become morning walk in the morning, 2 hours online course work each day. I got my lunchtime football at 12:30, then my lift at 5, and then also in the evenings I have 10 to 30 minutes of other Thomas, you might call it admin, but I've got a list of other high priority activities. So got my training, my online course, and other high priorities, and I've got like a segmented list sort of thing for that. And that's pretty much what my list is now. And I've done it for 2, 3, 4 days so far, and it's been pretty good. I've made more progress in the past 4 days on my online course than probably the past month. So that was pretty satisfying, and it's a really enjoyable process and good fun. And I think stepping in the right direction. Happy to pause here for thoughts, comments, questions, concerns, or I'm also happy to keep going.
Keep going.
Okay. I can't remember where I was going to go there. Had a thought. I guess if my day was completely my own and I could schedule each day, so like I knew that at 9 I'm going out for my, let's say, 30-minute morning walk, and then at 10 a.m. I'm doing 20 minutes of meditation. Like if my day was like completely my own and completely flexible to do what I wanted to do, then I would have set times each day for certain activities. But because I don't have that at the moment, I'm just prioritizing the online course because I feel like that will open up the freedom and flexibility in the future. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Was there any sacrifices with that prioritization?
Yeah, definitely. I kind of just cleared out a lot of the useful things that I was doing on my list, but because
Yeah.
I felt like they were lower priorities than the online course and my other high priorities list, I'm
Hmm.
no longer doing them currently.
Like what were those things again, sir?
So meditation 20 minutes,
Yeah.
visualization 5 minutes, music meditation 3 minutes, another meditation 10 minutes, stretching probably about 20 minutes a day, then like low intensity exercise a couple times a day, other walks throughout the day.
Yeah.
What else? Football, watch football 20 minutes each day. And so because I've eliminated from my list, it doesn't mean that I've stopped doing them. And
Yeah.
actually I've stretched quite a lot over the past days, just like instead of like sitting on a chair, I was just getting in like stretching position. So I've kind of introduced that more like lifestyle wise into my day without needing to have it on a list. I guess cleaning up the list is kind of like cleaned up my mind in a way, like what is really important to
Yeah.
focus on. So yes, a big part of it was I wasn't eating the frog, as they say. I was ticking off loads of things on my list, but I was sometimes leaving the most important ones, like where they were getting forgotten about. So I wasn't always getting my coursework done because it was kind of like a challenging one. I was just like, okay, I'll just try to tick off as many items on my list as possible, but I was leaving the big ones and not prioritizing the big ones. So cleaning out my list
Is
has
eating
just
the
made
frog
it
doing the
priorities.
big priorities?
Yeah, just like doing the big priorities first. Yeah.
Mm.
So, yeah, it's a promising start, and yeah, it's a pretty. I'm excited.
Nice. Yeah. So
Yes.
I feel like though that's also not gonna, like, online course and getting serious income is also like a slow burner, like, as well. Like, it's passive income sort of idea of courses and all. It usually would, like, more often than not, it's like a long-term thing, takes a while to get that traction and stuff. So I don't know if it's that, like, necessarily the quickest thing to get money and stuff. And if so, then that's gonna be like a high priority for a long time, is it not?
So I see the ability for it to branch out pretty quickly. So the way I see it working is me reaching out to my friends, like my student athlete friends in America, just getting them to do the course, see what they think of it, and then do reviews and referrals. And then so I get quick clients that way. And then if some of the clients enjoy the course, it would open up the opportunity for upselling and doing like one-to-one coaching with them. So it could expand very quickly from there. And obviously it might not, but I definitely think that it could.
Yeah.
I can always, like, it's kind of just the option at the minute. And if things progress with football the way I'm hoping it to, then I won't be staying at PwC for the very long. Like, yeah.
I guess I see what you mean. You're trying to get out of PwC as quick as you can, really, and that's the option that you can see, and you need to try and put that work in order for it to have that option.
Yeah. And on another note, it's kind of like it would somewhat placate my parents' concerns that I don't have any other incomes. Like, say, if I was to get a part-time job, if I had this other income, be it very small, like, it would still help alleviate that annoying situation.
Yeah. Great.
Sounds like they've put you in quite a difficult situation. We're giving you kind of like an ultimatum, like,
Yeah.
you know, we're going to give you this gift, but only on these conditions.
Yeah. No,
How do you
completely.
feel about that?
I honestly don't mind that much. Like they honestly just want the best for me, and well, particularly my mum's worldview is very different from mine, and she values security like way more than other things.
Yeah.
Other things that I value. So like I understand why she's doing the things that she's doing. I think the situation is much less severe than she realizes, and I'm much better prepared than she thinks I am. So if it comes to a point where I need to go out on my own just to do the things that I want to do, like I'm okay with doing that.
Yeah, also just on that point as well, I just wanted to express the fact that I think that they are probably entitled to have conditions on that offer, because it's their, like with any sort of investment or gift or whatever, you know, you're entitled to have conditions on it. And yeah, it's as you said, Ryan, it's up to you to decide whether you could go out on your own, of course, but also it makes sense to try and fulfill those conditions in order to
get a free 80K.
Get that gift, which is pretty good, you know.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, that's a good point. Guess there's no. Well, I'll ask. Are there any other questions and queries on that? What I've talked about so far?
No, not for me. And yeah, I probably should go on to just talk about how things are going with your football, I guess. So
yeah. Other aspects. Football's going pretty good. Had just a small like learning, not really that big a learning, but just had a couple of matches where like I wasn't playing that well. Like, well, during the game I thought I was playing like pretty badly, like bad touches or whatever. And I had a couple of games where I felt like that. And then just after the games, I kind of just reminded myself that I am a very good footballer, but more importantly, it doesn't matter if I'm a very good footballer. What I'm trying to do is realize my potential in football. So I've just got to keep controlling what I'm controlling or what I can control, keep working towards getting better. But also remind myself that just a couple of games is not indicative of my overall quality. And lo and behold, the next two games I had probably was man of the match in both of them. So just a funny little story with some good learnings. And football overall, pretty good. One of the big things I have decided to do at the minute is to hold back in matches. I want, like I know I've talked about before, like I get pretty beat up after matches because I go very hard, like by running 9 miles a game, just sprinting about. And on top of doing lifting on that, like my body, it takes a toll on my body. So I want to hold back. Today essentially is first time I've like officially decided to pull back and be in a position to train properly with like technical football training on Monday, as well as good lifting on Monday. So I feel like if I'm holding back on Saturday, it will enable me to become a way better footballer and win more matches in the future. So in my mind, it's kind of like a delay of self-gratification. And another point is that there's a risk that I lose my quote unquote identity as a footballer, and I no longer just go as hard as I can in a game. But I think if that's a habit that I lose, it's a habit that I can easily learn back. So
yeah, it's also about
just
sorry. It's also maybe about reframing. It's also about reframing how you interpret like how hard or what is hard in a football match. Like Messi, you could argue like he is
Yeah.
identifies as like giving his hardest every football match with his, but you see him walking about the pitch, but his like focus and his
Yeah.
mindset's always like so super focused and present. He's always
Yep.
ready. So I don't know if that would help.
Yeah, it's perfect.
And
Yeah.
you might also see it as giving your all off the pitch as well.
Mhm.
So like how many people are putting in the effort, as much effort as you outside of the 90 minutes that you put
Yeah.
in? You know, so
Yeah.
that's another way of giving your all.
Yeah, no, those are both brilliant points. It's I wrote in my training log, it's kind of like I think it's like an ego thing with me. Like when I'm in the game, I just kind of, I lose myself to like my ego and I just go like, I just sprint like everywhere if I can. So I just need to just be aware, be awake and chill out. Chill the fuck out, man. But yeah, really quick in terms of other football stuff, just working hard on my technical training, just continuing to progress lifting. There's only like 4 games or so of the one season left, so 4 or 5. So hopefully I'll get like a longer summer this year of just like working on my own technical training, getting good lifting, and then just reaching out to some of the guys in the club to potentially get set up with some semi-pro teams, so or just get to go train with those guys and see what happens. So pretty much it, I think.
Yeah. Nice.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
Signed off.
Great.
Thomas, do you want to go next?
Sure, why not? Yep. Okay. Yeah, my month's been good overall, progressing nicely and in a good few of the areas. Let's break down the areas. Start off with physical. That was a focus I've had this month. I think getting back into shape. So I've been trying to just run 3 times a week for 30 minutes. I've been trying to go to the gym 3 times a week for 30 minutes. I've been doing that for the past month and seeing some some initial steady gains, which is good. Yeah, I feel a bit like I've gained a bit of muscle mass, and I've also I've got stronger. I'll just take and I'm getting faster in the 5K as well, so that's good. Progressing on those domains, and I feel better for it. I feel like I've got an outlet again. You know, I can go to the gym and run. You know, I'll be doing that 6 times a week, and that's just a good outlet for your mind as well. So I've got that identity back, and excited to keep going and keep those steady gains. So that's good, and I'm gonna just keep that up. Keep those 3 times a week. Okay, and then we'll go on to career / contribution / whatever you want. So I've been working in cardiology. It's only about 32 to 35 hours a week, so that's pretty good. It's a pretty easy job, you know, just run with the consultants when they arrive. It's, you know, at times you could argue it's even too easy and a bit too boring, and I'm not really challenging myself, but I guess there's benefits to that as well. And I've been also, my main focus on the last month has been to try and get a few more like podcasts under my belt and put them up on my YouTube channel. And I've also created a few like shorts, like daily shorts for a while.
Nice.
And I guess it was like it's quite scary to do stuff like that, but I haven't been sharing it with anyone really. And yeah, and also I've embraced the fact that they're, you know, potentially very rubbish and garbage, and like there's really no value, and I'm a bit lost still in what I'm actually trying to do with my channel, but I'm like embracing all of those things and just focusing on getting started and focusing on like consistency, and you just feel a bit more comfortable every time you like do it. You realize no one actually cares, and you realize like, yeah, it's a long-term process, but it's good that I've started in the last month to paying attention to like a YouTube channel. I think that's a good idea for me. I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do, but I enjoy podcasts, and I'm quite interested in like interviewing people and stuff. So I'm gonna just focus on that. That's my main focus, to try and produce a video once a week. I think that's the next step, is to be able to get into the rhythm of consistently like producing a video weekly, and ideally like every Monday or whatever. And then the next step would be like formatting it in such a way, like, I don't know, creating a quick thumbnail, like doing very minimal editing. Like, I think I won't spend a lot of time on editing, but just very minimal stuff just to make it look a bit better quality. And then once I've got to that stage, you know, I'm in a good rhythm, I can trust myself that I'm gonna commit to this weekly thing. I've got a decent, I know how to decently like produce the video. At that point, then I'd be happy to like share it with, you know, people close to me, my friends, family, and then just continue that really. And I guess that's what I want to do for the next year, is to get to that stage. Yeah, and then I think the other thing on top of that is short. You can just like create the shorts from the podcast maybe, which shorts are pretty good because they get viewed a lot more because they're smaller, and then you can get potentially like new people watching your actual videos. But yeah, that's the main goal for the whole year, is just really aim for slow, gradual progress on that front. Mainly like internal progress, you know, as I talked about, the rhythm and the habit and stuff, not actually like external, you know, results or subscribers or views and all that, but that would all be a bonus. And yeah, the other idea is like, yeah, I don't know, something like this, you know. I know this is the first time we've recorded this, and we're not putting this anywhere at this point, but that could be another like little monthly thing that you could just stick up on YouTube as a channel. Because like, my view and becoming more and more like this is like, you may as well just put your personal opinion and views and like what you're doing, something like this, out there on like a channel. The great thing about a channel is people don't have to watch it if they don't want to, but for those that do, great. And it's just like a chance to express yourself. It's like a vehicle to express yourself and express your ideas. And it would be a shame if you went through life and like, I don't know if any of us could inspire people or like the next generation or have tips or whatever, which we definitely do. Like, I'm not showing that. Like, so I'm getting more comfortable with like showing my work and showing my processes. And it doesn't mean we're like, which maybe I used to have a limiting belief of like, oh, it's, you know, you've got an ego if you do that, or, you know, you're not narcissistic if you do that, you know. It doesn't mean that at all. And if you can get past that, which I feel like I'm getting past, then it's just a good chance to express yourself. Yeah, and there's opportunities that come with that. So that's my view on that front. Otherwise, also just writing a little bit every day, like have a little like blog going on Medium still, which I'm trying to do every day. Like, it's only like 2 minutes worth of reading, and I'll just write my daily insight, whatever I want to write about. And yeah, again, not getting very many views, like 3, 4, maybe sometimes 10 views per thing. But yeah, I guess you don't really get views until you share it with publications. But yeah, just continuing with that, which is good. Yeah, okay, so and then the thing I'm not really like, you talked about eating the frog, Ryan, but I hate doing admin like so much. I'm a big procrastinator. and I just constantly neglect all of those little tasks that I have to do but don't want to do. So again, I'm struggling with that, and I feel any opportunity to procrastinate on those things I will take. But my focus for the next month is to really focus on that. I think that would be the single best thing for me to just feel a bit better about myself and less stressful, things like that. Things like that. And just gives you confidence that you can like address the things that you need to address. But how am I going to do that? That's the question. I think the big thing is delaying phone use in the days. Like obviously you can't delay it for like take it out of your life completely, like phones, but you can put it off for at least the first hour, 2 hours, whatever. I find if I just put my phone use back, and then it allows me to do my morning routine, and then be productive for a couple of hours, stay in a clear mindset. And I guess that's a chance where I can actually just tick off tasks instead of like looking at my phone. Yep. Okay, and then quickly just talk about people, social life, which is going well, fine. Again, I feel like I can optimize, or I feel most fulfilled with my social life and like be most present and engaged and have fun when I'm taking care of the other things. So if I put that almost last in my day, like if I've exercised, if I've done some good work, if I've done some admin, if I've done things I wanted to do in the day, then it means I can have fun the best. So yeah, and I think it's very important to have fun and to look forward to it and reward yourself. And there's a small difference between like distractions and procrastinating, and rewarding yourself and celebrating and having fun. And the only difference is like the order of which you do it. So I'm just focusing next month on the order and prioritization, putting first things first. So for me, it's exercise and meditation, because that's, nourishes my body and my soul. And then the next thing is like my path and progress and, my tasks, my admin tasks, my writing, my whatever, YouTube, my job. And then the third thing is like fun. So yeah, peace, then productivity, then pleasure. That's the order.
The three P's.
Yeah. You see, this could be onto something here. Rolls off the tongue nicely. But yeah, so that is pretty much all of my insights in my month, and that's what I want to say. I think pretty.
That would be a good short if you went through. I organized my life in the 3 P's: peace, productivity, and pleasure, and then you break down what each of those P's actually means. Could be
and like,
short.
I love that.
Yeah,
I really enjoyed that.
It's like Ryan, some guy I follow on Instagram, Ryan Holiday, like talks about Stoic stuff, and a lot of his videos just start with a quote from like a Stoic philosopher, and then he breaks it down, and that's basically his life. Like, or it's made a lot of money and had a lot of impact just with that simple framework.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I know that guy. Yeah. So yeah, that's good. Any questions, insights, comments, or insults?
You
smell
bellend.
cheese. I have
You
some
go first.
thoughts. I had 3 things. 2 of them relate to the admin. So I would say, if I was to recommend what to do, first of all, do you want to be recommended anything?
Yeah.
Okay. I would say get very clear on why. The why. It's part of the online course, but it's part of life as
Yeah.
well. Like if you get really clear on your why, like why you actually want to do these
Mm.
admin tasks, write it down on a piece of paper and
Mm.
just stick it somewhere, and you just pull it out whenever you need to do
Mm.
your admin tasks. Just read it. It'll help
Okay.
clear your mind.
Cool.
But then also I'd say the bigger thing is just set a time each day. Like it's just one of the most powerful things like in the world.
Yeah.
Just set a time where you know you're gonna have 10 minutes each day. And like it's just instead of like thinking, oh, I gotta do this
Yeah.
shit right
Yeah.
now, or like having the willpower to do it. It's just the time you do it. Like it
Yeah.
just makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
So those are the two things on the admin.
Okay.
Other thing was phone stuff. I came across I think it was a YouTube short by Alex Hermosi, who I feel like he has loads of really good, useful information on like business and life. And one thing he just suggested was turning your phone's like display to grayscale, and it just makes it like way less addicting. So I've been doing that for the past week, and it's been great.
What's a grayscale?
Oh, wow.
It's just like takes all the color out of it. It's just gray.
Can
Like,
you do that?
yeah, it's sick.
Is there a setting?
That's
Yeah,
so
if you go
cool,
if you go to your phone and go to accessibility, and then there should be like a display, like, so you'll go to your general settings, and then there's a button for display. You don't click on that one. You go to accessibility and then display, and then there should be an option in there. So I thought it was pretty cool.
Sweet. That's great advice. I'm gonna
Accessibility.
try that.
And then where under accessibility is it?
I think it's display,
Display
and
and text
something.
size?
Yeah.
Yep. Is it
And then it'd be like
differentiate without color?
No, it's you click into one of them.
Color
It's like 2/3
filters?
of the way down. Yeah, I think that's it. And then if you just click it on, did it work?
Color filters, and then do you pick one?
Yeah. Did you like turn it on and then grayscale should pop up?
Oh yeah, grayscale.
Let's go.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, it's so shit now. I love it.
Oh, it is awful. It's awesome.
I'm gonna try it after.
It's horrible.
Uh,
It's horrible.
Mhm.
Oh,
it's
Oh,
so good.
sorry about that. I've derailed the. I've fully derailed.
Yeah.
Should we get back on
Yeah.
topic?
So that's great. Anything else, or should we move on to Jordan? Are you happy enough, or is there anything else you wanted to say to me,
No, all good.
Jordan? Anything to me?
Yeah. It's two things. First, if work is feeling a bit too easy,
Yeah.
you can like see if there's ways you can make it more difficult. See what can you give to it. Can you do a quality improvement project? Can you get involved
Cool.
outside of your department with, like, I don't know, something else? Or
Yeah.
can you? The other thing is, if you
Mhm.
can't do that, or if you don't want to, can you
Yeah.
just do your admin and work time? If it's pretty chill, can you take half an hour
Yeah.
and do half an hour,
I
and then you're
could,
getting
yeah.
paid to do your admin?
100%. Yeah.
I've been doing all my admin and work, like sorting out my
Yeah.
CV, quality
Yeah.
improvement
Yeah. I should definitely be more
stuff.
productive. Yeah. And work. Sounds good. Yeah. All right. Jordan, we'll go to you if you're still there.
I think he was disconnected
How
there a bit.
stuff goes, and it's so much better now. I've got to do my own personal work. It's like hello.
Oh,
Yes.
sorry. I can only
Was that me?
I only heard cut you out for a second there, but yeah. Yeah. Oh, are you there?
I'm here. I can hear you.
Oh, sorry. I couldn't hear
Hello?
you for a second.
I can
Yeah, I
hear you,
can hear you.
Thomas.
I can hear you now. Sorry. Yeah.
there might be a delay.
Yeah. Definitely. Quite a long delay.
Yeah, I can hear you, but I think it is delayed because.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Cool. Try and go for your week then, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. I just need to reply to a message. Sorry, someone was phoning me. Yeah, my stuff's been good. I'm living in the Buddhist Center for 2 weeks, which is pretty cool.
Maybe it's my connection here.
No, it's Thomas. I can hear you the whole time. It's Jordan's.
Oh, right. Fair enough. Can't hear him at all.
No, neither can I.
Yeah, fair enough.
Really
guess
like
we'll give-
opened me up to possibility. I love it. Like I've always been a bit interested in it. Also living with Marcus, who I'm like becoming.
No, he's left. It's a shame. He's got a bad connection there, I think.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, he's back. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yes, sir.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah.
Great. Sorry about that. Yeah, I was saying that I'm living in the Buddhist Center at the moment. Did you get that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's really like opened up the idea of like community living, which has been super cool. I feel like living with all these people who are really advanced in their spiritual practice has really lifted mine as well. And I'm feeling like my meditation's been going well. My energy level's been incredible. Like I came off nights, literally Friday morning, and I felt tired at a normal time, like went to bed at like maybe 1 a.m, not that normal, but pretty early. Woke up at 9 a.m. feeling great and ready. I'm heading out climbing, and I've never adjusted that quickly off nights. So feeling like there's just a real energy. I made the decision that I'm going to try and get to New Zealand for around October, November time, start a job then. And I sorted out my CV, which is, I did all like in my own time and work, which was pretty good. And I sent off my first application to a hospital in the South Island, and I've spoken to Chris and a couple of my other friends who are working in New Zealand and got some advice for my application. Quite looking forward to that. I've also spoken to my Canadian friend Annie, who's on like a working holiday in New Zealand at the moment, and we've got quite like a close relationship. And she said that like, or I asked if we could be like maybe in a relationship whenever I'm over there, and she said that would be nice to try. So got like that to look forward to as well. We're gonna try and like, well, she's gonna move into wherever I can get a job. So I've been like getting some input from her as well for like where she'd prefer to live. As well as that, I guess, it's also been really nice to, I sort of used to see things like CV builder type things in work as like a waste of time and a tick box. And it used to annoy me that like you had to kind of do a quality improvement project, do a whatever. But I just got involved in a couple of things, and suddenly I'm like, actually, like, if you just do things that you're interested in, it doesn't feel like work. So I'm doing a smoking cessation audit to try and improve the quit smoking program in Barnsley. And it's something that's hugely like, well, I've always thought like, why do we spend so much time treating acute illnesses when we can try and prevent them in the first place? And there's no drive from sort of policy. There's no policy drive to like
to reduce like health inequalities in the early stage. It's all about just treating people when they're sick, and when someone's sick, it's too late to treat them. So I was like, I've always thought this, but I've just done nothing about it. I've just talked about it, and talking doesn't solve anything. So I was like, right, I'll just get involved. And I spoke to one of the public health consultants, and I was like, yeah, I'd love to help with this. And now I'm doing an audit for our surgical wards about smoking cessation. So that's really awesome.
Awesome.
And I got the doctors' mess committee up and running, basically. So I organized a meeting with the admin staff and medical education, and we've already got our first change, which is charging stations in the doctor's mess for phones and bleeps. And we've got other things in the works, like we're bringing in a therapy dog on National Junior Doctors Day, and the hospital therapy dogs coming to visit the mess. It's just like really nice to feel like you can actually make a positive difference, and really nice to have something for the CV that isn't just a tick box. It's actually something that I care about, like improving outcomes and health inequalities, and also trying to make a difference for the morale and the well-being of junior doctors in the hospital. So that was really awesome. As well as that, climbing's going well. I was in North Wales, Snowdonia National Park 2 weekends ago, or last weekend actually. Just like climbing in the sleep quarries in Clonberis, which was pretty insane. I'll send you some photos. It was pretty special. And what else? I've paid the deposit to get like my attic room renovated. So they're going to add like 10 centimeters of insulation and knock a wall through to make it larger, and add some storage, bring it into like the 21st century, because my house is built in like 1899. So some of the things are a bit outdated. Attic was converted in like 70s or 80s, so it's a bit out of like modern standards. Hopefully that'll make a big difference to the energy bills, how sustainable it is for the future, and add some value to the house, make the environment really nice. It's going to be a really nice room up there, so I'm looking forward to that.
Nice.
It was going to be all my savings gone, like literally every piece of my investment.
Cool.
Lost you.
We heard up to every piece of your investment gone.
Yeah. Anyway, looks like we've lost him. So I have to go pretty soon, actually. Give him one more 30 seconds.
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, here now.
Well, yeah. And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. I don't think so.
Okay, great.
Any questions?
Just one main one. What did you say? Did you say it was all of your investments gone for that?
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. Sounds bold investment. Yeah.
Well, it would have been, but it's not. It's quite safe. It's a lot safer than Bitcoin and Ethereum to just like add value to your house, I would say.
Yeah.
I sort of looked at it like, even if I move away from the house, the renovation is going to cost about 20,000, but then it might get me an extra, if I'm renting out the house, it'll probably get me an extra £100 a month. So that'll pay itself off in like I can't do maths, like 15 years or something. And in addition to that, it will add the equivalent of what I spend on it, because the house is in a really good area. I sort of bought the worst house in the best area, so it'll add that much value.
Yeah,
Nice.
nice,
Love it.
cool. I love. Sounds good.
House when I go to sell it. Presumably. And I feel like it's going to make the house is going to be much more economical. And if I'm renting the house, it's going to be a much nicer environment for someone to have like a warm, well insulated house for them, and better for the environment. Whereas like if all my money's in like cryptocurrency and footsie, and it's not the footsie, but like like all share and different stocks and shares. It's like I'd rather my money was in a local business renovating my house and in something that's good for the environment, rather than just in these big companies that don't need my money.
Andy P.
So,
Cool. I think I'm gonna have to go now. So, is there
Well-
anything you want to say, Ryan, to Jordan?
Nope. All good. Good man, Jason.
Great.
thank you.
Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Thank you so much, guys.
Yeah, it was good.
We'll get
It was
a
great.
we'll get a next month date, and have a good month.
Yeah. Cool. Judgment Day, isn't it?
Yeah, boy.
Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. All right.
Day 7, 8. I don't know.
Nice one.
All right,
All
John.
right. See ya. Bye.
Thanks, boys.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you.